Wishart.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Can I thank Leader of the House for announcing what passes for business for next week, and can I join her in wishing well to all those participating in Pride Week in the course of the next few days. Mr. Speaker, there was no votes this week. There's not going to be any votes next week. There's probably not going to be any votes the week before that. There'll be no votes before we get into the summer recess. This is quickly becoming the zombie apocalypse parliament where the governing undead wander the streets of Whitehall looking for brains, only to discover they've all left the country because of Brexit, like everybody else. Now, I don't know how much longer this government will be able to pad out the business with this uncontroversial bills and measures, but at some time the will of this House will have to be tested once again. But there will be votes next week, thank goodness, because we're all going to be deciding the chairs of select committees, which I declare an interest. And it's good to see the select committees up and running. But what on earth is happening with the standing committees of this House? We've already passed a couple of pieces of second readings, and I know we've got Committee of the Whole House and another one next week. But we have to have a conversation and discussion about the select committees of the House, because they're important for the passing of legislation. I've looked at arithmetic, Mr. Speaker. I figure out that there should be 9 Conservative members on the standing committees, 7 Labour members and 2 SNP members, giving no one an overall majority. That is my understanding. The Leader of the House could correct me if I've got that wrong. But when will we see a motion come to this House? When will the standing committees be up and running? And can I very much support the Shadow Leader of the House in having a full debate on the WASPy issue? Westminster Hall was simply packed to the gunnels yesterday, with so many members of Parliament wanting to represent their female constituents born in the 1950s. We have to have this debate here on the floor of the House. I've noticed that there's a cooling in the mood in Conservative members about this. We recognise this injustice. We saw that £1 billion bung going to the DUP. Let's have a debate here on the floor of the House where members could put that case. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, it was a year ago since we had the Chilcot report. And I remember, and you remember too, that we debated this for 2 days. Today, Sir John Chilcot said that Tony Blair was not straight with the nation. Is it now not time for a parliamentary committee to investigate this properly and take appropriate action against the former Prime Minister?